What's up, Womack Nowstalgia? Dave here with a review of Tomorrow Together's fourth album, The Star Chapter Together. This is the follow-up to the previous Star Chapter, Sanctuary. I believe this is the third or fourth of these chapter series. I gotta say, the TXT album and EP names are pretty confusing, hard to keep these narratives straight. Also, calling this one the Star Chapter Together, when Together is already in their name, it's a bit much. However, TXT, as people know at this point, they're about to embark on their fourth world tour because they're one of the most stable, consistent, reliable K-pop groups over the last, half decade plus at this point. I didn't really care for the Star Chapter Sanctuary all that much. I thought it was fine, but kind of unspectacular. Nothing too great about it. I think TXT for me has very much been an up and down group in terms of releases, where there's stuff I like quite a bit, I think is really high level, and then stuff I think that's just kind of average. However, Tomorrow Together's fourth album, The Star Chapter Tomorrow, is definitely one of their upswing records. I think this album is very consistent. Almost all of the songs I really enjoyed. There's just kind of a propulsion to a lot of these songs. They just really take you through. The beats in general are nice, but the TXT singing is, I think, really the highlight here. It's, I think, a lot catchier, a lot more melodic, a lot of good harmonies, stuff I wasn't necessarily expecting to the degree you get on this album. While I don't think this is the catchiest TXT has ever been, this is all still pretty solid, pretty easy to revisit. The group is coming across as very confident with this release, whereas I thought the last record was a bit more uninspired, a bit more simple. This, though, I think is a lot more involved. The first song, Upside Down Kiss, I really like that bass drum, the way it loops. It's a really great start to the song. Then you have that synth drop in, this harmonizing chorus, really grabs you right away. Pretty catchy. Lyrically a bit more explicit than I was expecting from TXT as well. That upside down hook, though, I think is just fine. That's the only thing that holds me back on this song. I do like the second verse with the rapping, the call and response specifically. I think that sounds good. Beautiful Strangers. I think the drums are a bit more anonymous this time around. They stand out more on the first song, a bit more. Kind of just washed out to a degree I don't really care for. However, the beat builds up to a very big chorus, a bigger chorus than the first song, and the singing is very expressive. I think it really helps keep the song going. Ghost Girl, very noticeable production shift here. The snares, the keys really stand out. And the chorus, I think it follows suit in terms of being a shift. You have this raspier voice on the verses as well. This brief Daft Punk-esque auto-tune on the outro. Cool song for sure. Sunday Driver, I think the vocals stand out here because they're more of a higher register than they had been to this point. Also, this melodic guitar line that's very summery, sounds nice. Dance With You, I think the guitar line here is great alongside that kick drum. That deep voice, Wanna Dance With You line, I think really great, really sticky, really good. The drums shift, get the higher register singing in the second half. Pretty solid song. And to back it up a little bit, Upside Down Kiss and Beautiful Strangers are group tracks, but then everything else from Ghost Girl onward, these are all solos from each of the members. And I think that's what's kind of cool about this album, is you get a lot of different stuff, kind of reminiscent of the most recent Stray Kids album, just for the wide variety that you're getting, solo song to solo song. Take My Half, it's literally the first slow song on the release, but you have these big drums in the chorus, which I enjoyed. It's a clear highlight to me on this album has to be Taeyeon's Bird of Night. This one is kind of wow for me, honestly. Really twinkly piano, fits the singing, the strings start to swirl, beat progresses, get bass drum on the chorus, and there's just like a really great harmony moment. Like, I think vocally is just very impressive singing. Really enjoyed that one. And then the last track, which is the group once again, you have Song of the Stars. Nice drums once again. I really like the chanting on the vocals. So yeah, this comes across to me as, I guess, more in line with like the Minisode 3 album from last year. But like I said, I think as a non-Korean speaker, I have a hard time with the TXT narratives that they're communicating, but this sounds so much better than the Star Chapter Sanctuary. Like, I wouldn't think they were connected at all because like the beats are pretty different. But yeah, let me know, what'd you think of the Star Chapter Tomorrow? Do you agree it's a step up for the group? What do you want to hear from them next? Let me know. And then for more music reviews, more K-pop reviews, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.